Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing another haul video, but this time it is not stuff from our sourcing trip to the Goodwill bins. We've gone out the last 2 weeks to estate sales. I think we've gone to 3 estate sales, and then I've hit a couple of Goodwills and another thrift store in these 2 weeks. It's probably going to be 2 videos because we got so much stuff. Today, the estate sale that I went to, I spent $121, which was kind of a lot, but there's a funny story in there on that. So I'm going to show you some of that, and then I'm going to show you some plush that I picked up at the Goodwill in one of the towns near us, and then in that same town we went to the Habitat Restore today and picked up some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. This estate sale we went to today, y'all, I woke up this morning, I knew they were having a sale today, and I knew it was probably about a 30-40 minute drive from us, but I hadn't really looked at the pictures. I saw some of the pre-advertising, and I just figured I was going to go Saturday for the half price sale, but today,
and they're expensive. That's why you don't jump on their estate sales, because
right,
they're expensive.
They're very expensive. But I got on there this morning and was looking at the pictures and saw 2 plush that I really wanted. And Robert was just waking up, and I was like, see these pictures? I really want this. Do you think we should go? And so we went. But it started at 11. We got there at right before 10. And I was told people had already been lining up at 5:45 this morning. So I was number 75. So I didn't get my plush.
I was 77.
Robert was 77.
And RJ was 76.
Yes, we took RJ, the 14-year-old, with us to try. They had vintage t-shirts that we saw in the pictures of like rock bands and stuff. So his job was to go upstairs into the bedrooms and look for them, but of course they were all gone also. But we found a lot of good stuff.
Did you tell them what you were looking for, the plush?
Yeah, they looked like Rushton, both of them. They were the plush with the rubber faces. One of them had like the sad crying. So it could have been Rushton, it could have been something else, but I really wanted to get there and get them. But people were already done shopping before we got in, and there was a lot of Little People, Fisher Price Little People stuff. But what was left down there was like $35 for just a base set, not even accessories. So whoever got all of that stuff, I know they paid a lot for it. So I was hoping to get some of it just to put on my wall, but it's okay. Let me show you. I'm going to start with the Christmas, because that's ended up where I think I got a lot of treasures. And I'm just, all the ornaments were $1 each, but there were this house was packed. But there was probably way over 100 people this morning waiting to get in there. So it was crazy.
I talked to the guy down at the barn where they were selling some stuff out of a barn down there, and he didn't even sort everything in the barn. Part of it you had to go climb a ladder to get up into the loft area and dig through to find what you wanted. And he was telling us that you couldn't walk through another guy down there was telling us this, that does their clean out, that you couldn't walk through the basement hardly. They had to dig their way through the basement, moving things out of the way. And like she said, it was packed, and they hauled away 2 of the big dumpsters of just junk out of this house that they decided wasn't worth anything and got rid of it. And then when we got there, it was still packed.
It was packed. But let me show you some of the things. I just love these. And I paid $1 each. Now, like I said, I spent $121 there. But look at these. These are all these vintagey knee hugger type stuff. I got quite a few of these. Let me just... And it's the same too. But it's the little felt, flocked type of ornaments, but I probably got 12 or 15 of these, and I just had to grab these. This one's marked Nesco. I think this one is also a Nesco, but just little cute porcelain ornaments. I'll probably keep these two together. Look at this, y'all. It's got a little rubber face. It says made in Japan. I did a Google Lens on this, and there was one that I saw for $20 listed, but I haven't gone any further than that because it was $1. Just two little roosters. I heard a story while I was standing in line. I guess there was an ongoing family joke because at some point, I think the father got chased down by a rooster, and there was rooster stuff everywhere. So I think it must have just been a thing that from that point on, the family kept gifting them rooster stuff. So I just thought these were cute for $1.
That one rooster a lady brought out,
Mm-hmm.
I swear it looked like somebody had taxidermied a rooster.
It looked like a taxidermied rooster, and it was one of the first things that were brought out to the holding tables. It was life size. And then, y'all, I don't know about these, but because I had such great luck with that House of Hatton Santa on the sleigh that I think I ended up auctioning it, and it sold for like $89 or whatever. But I got a bunch in the bags. These ornaments. Just that. Just here. And they all say House of Hatton, Austin, Texas. Here's some more that are just baskets. I'm assuming these are all tree ornaments. But I'm hoping like these, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks each. But here. I'll have to show you guys all that. The packaging has issues, so I'm not quite sure what I'll do about them. But I want to kind of keep them in this, so I just may have to mention it. But I'm hoping. And then, I don't know, I can't find any writing on this. But again, I think she charged me $2 for this. But it just looked like that Santa again, sitting on a moon. But when I Google Lensed it, I didn't find anything yet. And then I like Santa's World. I'm not sure. It's older. It says Kurt Adler on it. But I paid $3 for this. I haven't even taken it out of the package other than to eyeball to make sure it didn't have obvious damage. But it's just a musical Santa. But I'm hoping on this maybe $15 to $20. And then, let me see. I'll show you some of the plush. No, let me tell you the story. Robert left me standing in line.
I didn't leave you.
He went down to the barn to look through stuff.
Oh, yes,
so
I did do that.
RJ and
this was before that.
Stood in line. No, I didn't know nothing about this. But I noticed when I was checking out that this book was in there. And I thought, well, I had seen it earlier. But the price on it was $8. And I thought, that's all right. Pass. But it was in my bag when we went to check out. So I said, well, Robert must have obviously checked it. So when we got home just a few minutes ago and we were getting ready to go through all this, I said, did you realize you paid $8 for this? He was like, oh, no. Sorry. I didn't realize. I thought I was paying $1 or $2 for books. And then I Google Lensed this. And there's only one on eBay for over $200. And I thought, well, you know, that could be a fluke. There's no solds. I haven't gone into Terapeak yet. So I went and I checked on Google, and Abe Books has it for like $190. Walmart, Amazon has it for like $190. So I'm not sure. But here he was apologizing, and I was scolding. It was like, you paid $8 for this, and it might actually be something. So we'll see. But this is why I keep him around. He does end up finding good stuff.
Sometimes my mistakes turn out to be good, like the first time I went on a date with you.
Another story. That was the first and almost was the last date. All right, here's some of the plush I did pick up, and I do end up paying. I went to one of their sales one time, and all the plush were $8. So this is kind of why I'm a little hesitant to go to their store sometimes, their sales. But this one was $3. It says Funny Kids, but that's it. I just thought it was cute. I'm going to probably end up listing it for probably 20 bucks, but I'm going to get it listed quickly. I thought this was adorable. It also was $3. Big old fluffy gorilla. It is People Pals A&A Plush. I'm hoping like $20-25 for it. It's covered in lint. I was excited though when I saw this. This, I've talked about it quite a few times. It's the Heart to Heart Bear by Chosun. I paid $2 for it, but it doesn't have the little heart inside, and it doesn't have its stocking cap. That's okay. I'll probably still list it for like $20-25 because it is very clean. And a lot of times I see people just take the clothes off and list them separately, but I won't. But that's the first thing I did was squeeze it to see if the heart was inside. And then this is Applause. His name is Waldo. I love Applause. So I just had to pick it up. I think she charged me $1 or $2 for it. And then Robert, you like how the tone, Robert bought these shoes. They were $5. Some kind of water shoe. Sport toe. But what were the comps showing?
Anywhere from, I wasn't sure, but the minimum I saw for a sport toe shoe was $10. But those look older, so I'm hoping that they'll be worth a little more. But they're a little yellowed.
If nothing else, I'll put them back over in my booth for $5. I paid $5 for this. It says Levi Strauss & Company Olympics 1984. It doesn't even look like it's been used. Still just kind of, the comps I saw was anywhere from $20 to $30 on it. So very interesting. Things I don't normally look for. Here's another one of Robert's pickups. This is Vintage C&Say by Mattel. This one is dated 1995, I believe. I'm hoping it works. I like to pick these up and the round ones at times, as long as, you have to pull the strings. This one is battery operated, so, hopefully, fingers crossed it works. It sells probably like $15 to $20. Sometimes I'd have to buy the vintage stuff. I just have to. I've had this quite a few times. This is vintage Fisher-Price. I paid $5 for it, but I'm going to put it on my wall for a while. But it's musical also. You push this down and it makes noise. Some of the little plush, I think most of these were $1. This was just a little Russ Happy Birthday bear. This was, I want to say maybe Nandco. I just thought it was cute in this hot pink pig. This is made of terry cloth, and you guys know I love any plush that are made of terry cloth. It says Aspen Pet Product. So it's a dog plush. That's all right. I'll still sell it. And then this was marked, again, it was $1. Cuddle Puppy by Cuddlewit. Very vintage. This is an old Cuddlewit tag. But just cute. It needs a bath. But probably most of these are going to be in my $8 to $12 range. And then, let's see, I picked this up. I paid $5 for it, but it's Charlie Brown curtain. It's going to need soaked in some OxyClean, but look how nice that is. You can tell it's vintage. I haven't seen a date yet. Just had to have it. Just had to. And then I also picked these up, and these were only $2. But it's Sesame Street, and there's a pillowcase. I'm not quite sure. Sheets. Yeah, I think one's fitted. This one, too, is got some staining on it, but I'm just going to soak them and see what I can do. But they were $2. Couldn't resist. And y'all, it's broken. I didn't even notice. It could be in the car, the pieces. But funny story about this. I was watching Trash to Cash last night, and that has the NC Picker, this guy named Carrie, something arbitrage, and Kevin from Commonwealth Picker. That show's hilarious. I laugh and laughed, but they were talking about their big sale for the week, and the Carrie guy was talking about Ninja Warrior. So since he mentioned it, I had to go to eBay and look. And I saw this one last night watching it. And then today I see it. But it's broken. But I still think I'm going to list it for about $20. And hopefully somebody can still repair it.
Yeah, it's missing a hand.
Missing a hand.
If you had the hand, it should slip right back on.
Yeah. And I may look through my stuff. Hopefully maybe it was there and it just came off in the car because we had tons in the car. But even if not, I'm okay. But if this had been complete, there were solds from like $50, $60, and $70. But I just thought it was hilarious that I was watching them last night and learned about this item. It's die cast. I think it's from like the 70s. But, you know, you learn something all the time on those shows. But if you haven't watched them, they're hilarious. All right. And then, before I get to I bought a bunch of plush today at Goodwill and the Habitat store. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff from last week's estate sale. Oh, wait, I forgot this. I paid $10 for it. It's probably one of those I probably can sell for $20. But it's Cabbage Patch and it's little wristwatches. I just had to have it. And you know, I could tell myself I might go there on the half price. I don't think I'm going to go back. So whatever I wanted, I needed to buy today.
Yeah, because the last day's half price, and there just wasn't anything calling me to come back. Half price.
So.
Like the pots and pans, I went and looked at them. None of them I wanted. I didn't even bother looking at the prices on them because they were all, you know, just your generic kitchen pans and all the stuff in the kitchen. It just wasn't worth it even at half price.
Yeah. Lots of glassware, lots of mugs, but just nothing that was calling me. Now, Robert did pick this up last weekend at the estate sale. It is a very old Holy Bible. Just very old. But, you know, you just have to save them. And what did you say?
I don't remember. If it was in good shape, quite a bit, I think. But it was just interesting, and I just couldn't leave it lay there.
We had to save it, and I may hold on to it for a little while. Just, you know. Oop. This is Rowenta. We've had this a couple of times. They're very popular irons, and I think I've even shown the last one that I sold in comps. But they also make really good like clothes steamers. I have one that I need to get listed because it's just been sitting out. I already have another steamer. I don't know why I bought the new one when I had one out. I guess I just forgot about it. But I want to say we paid a couple dollars for this, and I think they're like $25 or so. So just another thing to be looking for, especially this brand, Rowenta.
And this part here, is it this one? No, this isn't the type. The other one we had, this part here was kind of rubbery. And I've seen them in the past where that rubbery part it's like real sticky, like it's
the breakdown of the plastic.
And it's just real sticky. They're not
this
worth
one's
getting.
Not like that.
That's a harder plastic there.
Yeah, these are heavy. And they had a bunch of these. They were $1 each. This is kind of what I went there for. I have like an old Coke wooden tray that I guess Cokes used to come in the glass bottles in, and I have these type of things it's sitting up against the wall in my kitchen, and I put these in there, and I may keep these for a while. I'm just gonna have to mark them to make sure my kids don't try to use them, because I'm sure what's in here isn't usable. But I did see some of these were listed in lots for like $20, $25. So I have to decide. I like this type of stuff, like in decor. So, but I ended up, I think, with 6 of these. Oops. They had tons of this type of stuff at that estate sale, but a lot of it was corroded. And what I thought when I was looking through the pictures was $2. It was really $12. I couldn't see the one. So they were a little overpriced for me. But here's some more of them. I just love them. And here's just quirkiness. This, I paid $3 for it, but it's got some kind of, I don't know, handle. I'm gonna have to check it. It feels plastic, but you know, it's an vintage ice cream scoop. Just thought it was adorable. And then this, I don't even think I meant to buy this, but I brought it to Robert to look at. It's some kind of cutter thingy, but it was made by, it says Choppers stainless blades. That's it. I just thought it was intriguing. So. And I bought some cookbooks. Let me show you these first. This just says Hostess Delights, Home Interiors and Gift. I think this is something that if you did a home interiors party, you might get this. I think I paid I want to say $1 each for these books. And I think I remember seeing comps like $15 on this. And then we've sold this before. I want to say about $15 also. It's Dining with the Pioneers, and it was put out by a telephone company here in Tennessee. But it's just another one now. I know if it's $1 or less, I'll go ahead and pick up. And then this. This is Pillsbury Kitchen Family Cookbook. This one is probably, I want to say it was about $20. But I really bought it because I'm going to put the comps up here. There's another one like this. It's yellow like this, but it's got a different picture here. It sells for a whole lot more. And what's funny is, back in the 80s when I first got married, I bought this cookbook. The one that's going to be over here. And I have wore it out. It is a very good book, but it is stained and torn. I think some of my favorite recipes are like chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that are all, the pages are just destroyed. But definitely the other one, and I can't even remember, I want to say it's like 50, 60, but it could be even more for that book. So always look for the yellow Pillsbury cookbooks. I bought this for me. This is Rada Cutlery. It's just another knife sharpener. I have one, but you always need a backup, right? Always need a backup. And I gave this to Robert. This was $7, but it was marked Normark. And I think when I looked this up, I want to say it was like $40. I could be wrong, but it's very sharp. Stainless steel, Maritime, Finland. See, I'm getting better about not just always looking at the plush. There was no plush, I think, at that sale.
Not a one, I don't think.
Not a single thing. So I had to, out of desperation, start looking stuff up and learn something. And then Robert bought these hats. I don't know. This one's okay. It's Grand Canyon. You know, it's the vintage snapback. It's Federal. But it's got the foam, which hasn't disintegrated, which is a good thing. So this one was good. But these other two are rough. But Levi Garrett, what did you tell me that was?
Tobacco.
Oh, tobacco. But the inside is disintegrating, the foam. And I listed something one time that was highly sought after, one of these hats. And a guy sent me a really nice message. He said, end your listing and go vacuum all of that out, because that's just hurting. It's not enough important enough for, you know, the way you were trying to list it. So that's what I did. I ended my listing. I went and just sucked all that part out. This one's dirty. I'm not sure if I'll be able to salvage it, but we're going to try.
I want to say those were like
oh, both
one,
of these are Levi Garrett.
I want to say the first one might have been like $30 or $40.
Right.
If I remember. It's been a week, so.
Yeah, and then this one, you know, has the Made in the USA tag. So that's always a good thing. But we'll see. I may try to clean these up and then put them together and maybe auction them. I don't know. Oh no, not like I said, I don't half the time know what I'm going to do till the minute I'm getting ready to list them. All right, let me share some of my plush. Oh wait, let me show you this first. Again, oh wait, Robert has another book, and I didn't even look this one up yet. HCSB Study Bible.
Holman Christian Standard Bible.
Oh.
And you're pouring hat dust.
I know, I
of it.
see hat dust flying everywhere. I don't, do you know how much this was going to comp
I think
for?
it was 80.
Holy cow. Yes, definitely we need to start learning more about these study Bibles. All of us. But again, I'll put comps over here. But I'm going to do some research because I see lots of study Bibles and Bibles at estate sales quite often. This one's in really nice shape. There's homework. No. I think there's some homework on here.
Yes, that's homework.
Yeah. Poor RJ. He had to do, we went to Freddy's for lunch, and then I took off to run some errands, and I left them at Freddy's doing schoolwork because we homeschool.
And it's good to sit there and eat cheeseburgers and fries while you do school.
Exactly. Y'all, I had to save them, but I paid a lot.
How many times you say that after these couple of estate sales?
Especially when people are like, you paid that much for that. I did. I paid $50 for this at the Habitat store. But it's all, well, not all, but mostly vintage Fisher-Price Little People, and it's the Chunkies.
Didn't you wanted one of those in one of your recent videos and you couldn't show it, so now you have one.
I do. And funny thing is this week I saw one and I thought, oh, that'll look really pretty on my board because it's still on its card. So I bid on it, and I'm still winning it right now to put on my board over here. But these are the Chunkies. They're from 90 to 95. But look how cute this one is. He's the amusement park ride.
I gotta say, I'm probably going to release this this haul video soon.
Right.
So the actual one where you talked about the Chunkies is going to be later after this. So they will have at least seen it. And then they're going to think, this is all out of order. She just showed us one of those just like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Look at this one. I don't think I've ever had this baby. Now, most of these, now I paid $51. There's 30 some or more. I stopped at 30. But I'll probably list most of these anywhere between $5 and $8. Some of them individually, and then I may put them in lots. I've never had this. This is one of the little airplanes for them, and I'm pretty sure I've got a pilot in here. Look, here's the bride. Let's see. Oh, I've got 2 of these. And that's nice when you can do a quantity of 2. But there were also some of these, and these are the play school figures that went with like the familiar places. I showed you guys the McDonald's set that I sold already, but there's like a Holiday Inn set and some others. These are these little square figures are for the play school. And then there's a couple of Toddle Tots by Little Tykes, and this dog is actually hard to find. I don't remember the comps on it. But again, it'll be over there. And then they had quite a few of the vehicles that go with them. But, you know, you can't beat that. Oh, this. I don't remember. But this is something. I'll have to do some more comps. I've sold this before. I just don't remember who it is because it's got this funny bottom. And then it actually had some of these. These are Fisher-Price roll-arounds. I like them also. But I already have one lot going, and I'll just probably add that to it. So here's, let me show you. A whole bunch of the figures. And then there was some of the parts that went to the amusement park here and here. So yeah, a little bit much. But I love Fisher-Price, so it doesn't matter.
But if you got 30 pieces at $5 each, that's $150 plus whatever else is in there.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Went to Goodwill today. And these were $2.99. But, they don't have their tags. But I Google Lens them and realized that these are Squishmallows. And they sell for quite a lot. I want to say anywhere from like 15 and up. Maybe even up into the 50s for one of them, but I don't quite remember. But it all depends on size too. I don't think these are the 12-inch. So it just really depends, because I think these are more like 8-inch. Again, another one I paid $2.99 for. I've never seen this before. It just says Keltner group. But look at this cute monster. So I had to get it. Cute multicolored rabbit. I think this was Kelly Toy, yeah. And then a Christmas bear. And when I squeezed his hand, it did work. A lot of times these are like 25 and up. This one just says My Christmas Bear. I can't read the back of the tag, but very cute. And then there were some loveys there. Just had to get them. This is by that Maison Chic. Sometimes these are good. And then this one is Poetic Plush by Bella Tuna. Never had that, so no clue. Just very cute. And then these were from the Habitat Restore. This was 40% off. It originally was $16, but it was Department 56 Fenway Park. And I think I did comps that were like $25 to $30, I think, on it. And it's still in its little bag in here. The condition of the box, I won't be able to. I'll still say used, and, you know, it has condition issues. But again, I just thought it was cute and I wanted it. This is Dandy International. It was $2. I'll probably list it for like 15 to 20. Here's the treasure, guys. Treasure. This is Rubba Dubbers. It is Play School brand. Her name was Winona from 2003. I can't find anything like her at all, anywhere. One of the other characters sells for about $50. The only thing that's coming up is on Worth Point, and right now I don't have that subscription. I'm contemplating that. But I'm thinking somewhere between $102 and $200. I really am. It needs a bath. But this is just one of the lesser known characters from that show. So hopefully my treasure. And then they had a lot of vintage plush. Most of them were like $1 and $2. I just loved it. Look at this. It says graduate, but misspelled and then crossed out and spelled again. This was Dakin 1983. This was also Dakin 1981. Love it. I think it was $1, but I think the green tag was on sale, right?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I can't keep the color straight.
This is all Greek to me. I like picking up lambs, so probably still going to be like $12. This was like 50 cents, I think. No, $1. It's Barbie. I've not sold the swan before. I just thought it was interesting. And then here's my last two from there. This was $3, but look how adorable. And it's got the babies. It's huge. Huge. I don't think I found a brand on it. I think the brand is buried under these clothes. But I'm hoping I'll list it for maybe $25 or so. And I had to save the other best for last because this is my favorite. But this is Fisher-Price Puffalumps. It is dated 1986. It's the yellow cat. I didn't do comps on this. I'm hoping 40 or more, but it could be a whole lot higher. And look at the tag. Okay, look at the tag. There it goes. Look, it's very bright. If you wash these, maybe once you can get away with it without an agitator like I have. But after that, this just gets destroyed and faded and starts unraveling. So I'm thrilled with this. But I'm hoping at least 40, if not more, on her. So that's it. I've still got another video to make of another estate sale we went to. And then I went to our Goodwill the other day and filled a cart with Plush. All right, get to work. Bye.